You know what I find interesting? Most people who talk about crypto online talk about it like they're watching it from the outside. I've never really been able to do that. Like for me, the only way to actually understand whether something is worth anyone's time is to sit inside it and run it until I have a concrete answer. That's been my approach for a few years now, and it's shaped into a pretty consistent methodology at this point. I pick something that looks genuinely interesting, I build a testing routine around it, and I don't form a public opinion until I have real data to back it up. And mining infrastructure is where that methodology has been pointing me lately. Not because it's the hot topic right now, but because I think the actual mechanics of what's become possible in that space are ahead of where most people's understanding of it currently sits. And today, I'm going to stop sitting on what I found and just show you all of it in real time. Okay, here we go. I'm clicking launch right here, and there we go. This is the operational hub. Session controls, live data feed, everything I interact with during a run is sitting right here. So first thing I'm doing is selecting a token. The platform operates on multi-chain technology, meaning right now I'm sitting in front of 14 different assets I can choose to work with. That's not a token of flexibility. That's a useful range that changes the way I can approach each session depending on what I'm holding. Okay, now I'm moving to power configuration. Here, I'm defining the operating intensity of the session, how deep the resource commitment goes, and how hard the infrastructure pushes throughout the run. And the reason I treat this as an actual decision rather than a default is that it feeds into the final percentage at the end of the session. So there's real logic involved in where I land on this. Okay, now pressing start. All right, session is running. The console is live right in front of me. Total time, current resource draw, and my session progress. So I'm going to let this run for a few minutes, and then I'll take you through exactly what the withdrawal side of this looks like. I think that's a solid run. Let's close this session out now. Okay, session is complete, and this screen displaying the exact token count from this run right here. So to actually withdraw BTC, first step I need to add receiving address. Let me get that sorted now. Okay, next is handling the infrastructure. That's the platform's charge for the session, calculated from the settings I had configured and the total active runtime. And this is something I want to specifically flag because I think it reflects well on how this was thought through. I have complete freedom over which token I use to settle this fee. It's purely a question of what happens to be most practical for me right now. There's also a wallet connect option that handles everything automatically in one move, but I'm doing this manually, so every step is out in the open and nothing happens off screen. Good, tapping confirm right here, and now it's just a matter of waiting on the payment to process. That should take a few minutes. So while we wait, let me get into what I'd honestly rank as the most practically useful thing. And before I talk about how to protect yourself out here, I want to spend just a moment covering what cloud mining actually is, because people are arriving at this from different starting points, and I'd rather not assume a shared baseline. The model is clean when you break it down. Rather than purchasing physical mining rigs, running them at home, and absorbing the electricity bill and everything that comes with it, you're accessing computing infrastructure that's already operational inside a professional data center. You set your session parameters and the system does the actual work on their end. No hardware, no technical setup, no ongoing overhead on your side. And because that model looks so frictionless from the outside, this space has consistently attracted projects built to replicate the appearance of it without the substance. Fake websites can be genuinely well constructed on the surface, and they don't sit anywhere you'd have to go looking for them. They're in YouTube search results, Google Ads, Reddit, Telegram, everywhere that people who take crypto seriously are already spending their time. And that positioning is entirely deliberate. And what makes this a recurring problem rather than an intermittent one is that this industry operates at a pace that simply doesn't create natural moments to stop and think. New projects surface constantly, narratives shift shift fast, and that forward momentum generates a kind of background pressure where taking the time to be careful starts to feel like a competitive disadvantage. So a few things that are just built into how I look at anything new at this point. Scam projects almost always reveal themselves in the design before I've done anything else. Something about the page doesn't cohere the way a properly constructed product does. The layout carries a slightly rushed quality. Elements lack intentionality in how they sit. There's an overall impression of something that was assembled to generate credibility at a glance rather than to hold up under real sustained use. A platform built with genuine investment behind it has a fundamentally different quality when you arrive on it. And the more you look at both sides of that comparison, the more automatic that recognition becomes. Second thing, the principle I operate by without exception every single time: get your funds off the platform and into a wallet where you hold the private keys. And do it before circumstance or convenience gives you a reason to delay. Make that the automatic move, not the eventual one. That discipline alone has quietly kept me out of situations I probably don't even fully know I avoided. Okay, so last thing. When I start testing a platform, my default working assumption is that I'm gonna find a problem. That's the posture that makes this kind of work worth anything. So when I tell you that across more than 30 sessions over several weeks, running through essentially the complete token list on this platform, I didn't find one. I want that to land with the weight it deserves. Not in the session mechanics, not in how the fees were calculated, not in the withdrawal process, not in how the platform communicated what was happening at each step. Everything ran with complete consistency, everything came through exactly the way it was supposed to, and at no point did anything happen that shifted my working assumption from skepticism to concern. For someone whose entire approach is built around expecting to find the crack, that kind of consistent, clean performance across that volume of sessions is genuinely the most honest endorsement I know how to give. Thank you.